Hey everyone, my name is Simon, also known as Seventh Moon. I'm here to give you some commentary on a video project I made for this class, CBNS169, which is human embryology. First of all, I'm not really sure why we had to make a video for this class. My friend heard about that I had to make a video for a biology class. He was like, holy crap, you gotta go file a complaint. But no, whatever, I'm not the kind of guy who go file complaints and stuff. And I actually need the extra credit for this video since I failed my first midterm. Well, personally, I still think this video project is a little bit unnecessary since most people in this class have no video editing skills whatsoever, which includes myself actually. Pretty much have to learn Adobe Premiere by myself just to make this video, and it's actually the first video I've ever made in my life. So I'm pretty proud of my work despite that, it's nowhere near as good as most other videos on YouTube or whatever. Oh yeah, and please also remember this, that this is just a commentary, so Dr. Talbot or John, if you guys are watching, don't grade me on this video. Here I just want to talk about my views on this topic. Well, by now I hope you've watched the actual video, and if you're not, you should go watch it. So, anyways, let's start. This opening scene is taken from a Japanese TV show called Garo, and I just changed the quotes a little bit, and it's supposed to be like this.
There is light, shadows lurk, and fear reigns. Yet by the blade of night, mankind was given hope.
Right here, the take-home message is just that stem cell research is basically like a hope for mankind. Okay, here's the opening scene at the abortion center where my friend Olivia plays this girl who wants to get an abortion, and the doctor, who's played by my friend Mark, and he got her to donate this embryo for stem cell research. And this idea I got from the episode of South Park. I believe it's like season 5, episode 10 or something. And well, let me pause here for just a little bit, and you should notice by now that the conversation style is pretty unique. And at first I actually filmed us acting and stuff, but it felt like kind of lame, so I scrapped that whole project, which took me like several days to film. Then I thought of a game I played, and it's called Super Robot Wars. I don't know if you guys heard of it or not, and they do conversation like this kind of manner, so I'm like, hey, why don't I just do something similar to that?
Right then.
Okay, continuing on. Yes, I'm aware that you don't do abortions with a butcher knife, but I just want to do it for comic relief, and I want to make a reference to Dota, a game I play very competitively. And here's a scene where a guy loads an embryo sample on a truck, which carries it to a lab to do research. Now I'm watching this again, I think I should have probably added some kind of a transition here, because I think most people would be like, hey, what's going on? Who is this guy? This machinima part here is for me to basically throw a shot at all the conservative rednecks who think they're always saying that stem cell research is like killing babies and all that kind of crap. Oh yeah, this whole sequence here is in machinima. When my TA John first said that we can't do any kind of video, the first thing that came to my mind was machinima, because I've been a big fan of Red vs. Blue and RB and the Chief and stuff like that, so I wanted to do it. But having an entire movie about stem cell with just doing with Halo 3 machinima would be kind of difficult, so I just choose machinima for this one segment. Here's just a random scene with me discovering the embryos, kind of like how Cartman discovered all those aborted embryos in that same episode of South Park. And you might notice how some of the audio wasn't really synced properly, because I had to redo this whole segment, because the first version I had WTF in there, and John told me that it was inappropriate for the class, so I figured I had to change it. So that's why the transition here isn't real smooth. Okay, onto the codec scene, and if you play Metal Gear Solid, I'm sure you know what it is, so I don't have to explain it to you. And if not, I don't know why you're watching this movie, go play some Metal Gear Solid now. And then you use some jokes from South Park as well as RB the Chief here, just for some comedy relief.
Oh, come on, you're breaking my balls here. 20 bucks.
15.
10.
Done.
Awesome.
Well, this scene right here is probably the meat of this whole video project. I mean, after all, this is a science class, and I can't really just talk about blowing people up and all that kind of fun stuff. I chose not to talk about the scientific aspect of stem cells too much, because I just don't feel like that That's the whole point of this whole topic. And I mean, who doesn't know what stem cells are? It's just a cell that can change into anything and cure diseases. But I think the more important thing to talk about stem cells is the ethical or political controversies that people have against this. The whole point of these new discoveries, like the induced pluripotent stem cells and the stem cell from the testes and whatnot, and the most obvious advantage for those stem cells are there are no ethical issues of using these new methods. So basically the point of this video is to raise awareness that stem cell research is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Or even cancer.
I guess that kind of makes sense. But how come there are people who protest against these research if they're so useful?
The problem behind all this controversy is that a lot of conservatives out there claim that it is unethical to use human embryos for research. It's a shame because most of those people can't fully understand the possibilities that stem cell research can reach.
Well, is there anything that has been done about it?
We can't do anything against them. However, there has been recent studies of induced pluripotent stem cells. That is, we can take a somatic cell from an adult and reprogram it to become a pluripotent embryonic stem cell. There is also a study that showed that there are pluripotent stem cells in adult testes.
So you can just take any cell from me and make it a stem cell?
That is correct. However, this is a very recent discovery, and we haven't been able to put it to practical uses yet.
Well, I guess someone must talk some sense to these conservative people.
Wish me luck, Doc.
Facepalm, because expressing how dumb that was in words just doesn't work.
Okay, this last scene here is to obviously throw a shot at Bush. And of course, I think he's a dumbass, and if you like Bush, then you can go screw yourself. One thing I didn't add in this video, and something I really wanted to do, is to throw a shot at Christian fundamentalists and their negative views on stem cells. And it's because I only have 5 minutes on this video, and well, not including credits. And also, like I said, this is a video for a science class, and you know, it's not one where I just complain and bitch about other people. So what I'll do is I'll do that right now. Okay, so for all you hardcore Christian fundamentalists out there who think that stem cell research should be banned, you guys are fucking stupid. Okay, I mean, stem cells are like the huge breakthrough for modern science, and it pisses me off when you religious dumbasses and all your political assholes interfere with scientific progression. Well, actually, no, scratch that. I mean human progression. Okay, let's say we actually found a cure for cancer or whatever with human embryonic stem cells. Can you guys honestly say that, oh, we're not accepting this treatment just because we use embryonic stem cells? No, I highly doubt that shit, okay? And you guys are gonna say some stupid shit like, oh my fucking god, this is a miracle from God or whatever. No, sorry to break your heart, but it's not gonna be a miracle from God, but rather it's a showcase for our scientific knowledge. Okay, this is all I want to say about this. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching my video. I know this is my first video and it's kind of crappy, but you know, I'll get better at it, and you guys can expect better things from me in the future. And oh yeah, this video is meant to educate, not to offend anyone, but if you want to be a little bitch and feel like you're offended by everything I said so far, I don't fucking care.